Hello, hello. Alrighty. It has been been a fun couple of days. I guess maybe like a day and a half at this point. We have an updated model. Yesterday yesterday morning I was messing with like the Niagara stuff, and I was like, oh man, I really want the player to be able to see like this rune or like casting function, like this green thing here, when they have like an ability selected. So I was like, that's going to be like animations that I got to create and everything, because like the arm, you can see that it's down by his side right now, but the future plan here is to have his arm actually be up in front of the player, so you can actually like see the Niagara effect. And when you cast, you'd basically turn your wrist and like punch, and then the rune would pulse and send out the spell. So I was like, all right, if I'm making an animation for this, I'm just going to gut the old system and find a permanent, or at least a better model than what we had before. But I like the way the guy looks. He kind of fits like the overall style of the game itself. And yeah, got him imported. He's good to go. I moved a majority, I'd say honestly like 90% of all animations over, besides like some locomotion shit, but that's not too bad. The abilities now, like, I mean, the animation for casting abilities is just like 10 times better in my opinion. I gotta smooth out some of the running animation shit, because you can see that like the hands are like blinking in front of the character. But the animation of just like punching to cast just looks and feels a lot better to play. So it's a massive upgrade. There's also like a variety of different ones as well. So Fireball, I don't think this is, yeah, that's not fully done. Yeah, so some abilities are going to be rough around the edges for the next couple days as we sort through all the animations for it, but in terms of just like overall like feel of the game, the changes we've made to combat this past week have been pretty good, and the animations now are just going to get so much better, and the effects are going to get so much better. A massive push in the next month here is going to be visuals, along with audio. The casting visuals and everything are going to be completely reworked, and I have a pretty good plan for them. But yeah, right now I'm just pretty much testing out the armor system. What we currently have right now, excuse me, what we currently have right now is the basic foundation for swappable armor in the game. And you can like immediately tell, like see the running, the locomotion shit. But the armor that the character is currently wearing is just like a base like set. What we're going to be doing is expanding on this, adding in chest pieces and helmets as well. So this is going to lead into our inventory system that we're going to be creating probably towards the end of like April. I would imagine we'd get to that point. The faster we finish up doing all the visuals and then sound design for the abilities and casting, the faster we can get to doing the equipment. But yeah. I spent the majority of today just like getting this model into the game and working with it. We're pretty much there. I mean, I can show you what it looks like from the other perspective. Like, I have the aim offsets pretty much complete. So you're able to see like how the player looks in multiplayer, and where the character's aiming. You can also see like when the character shoots, I have it almost perfect with the alignment of like the cast, like the actual aim and where the spell goes. I think it's just like a hair off, but that's just going to come with tweaking it. But yeah, I just got to add in like a rotation animation so the character just doesn't spin. But they're able to look up and down. He's basically like shattering his back, but that's because I haven't clamped the I haven't clamped the view or the pitch. But yeah, let's see what this actually looks like. I haven't looked at this one yet. So some of them are like a wind-up punch, and then others are going to be like a super quick thing. And that's mainly because I can't decide which one I actually want to be permanent in the game. I think it's going to be the wind-up. Some abilities are going to have shit where the character like stomps on the ground. That's mainly going to be like the abilities that affect like terrain. And other abilities are going to have like very specific ones, like shockwaves and shit. But yeah, a majority of the projectiles are going to be this punching animation, or like a varied style of this. So I'm not going to get rid of all of the animation blueprints and shit from the old one, because kind of using it as a guideline to fully transfer over our new system here. With this guy, we're going to add in like a new dodging mechanic. So there's going to be rolling. And I think I'm going to give the character like 2 charges, maybe 3 charges of like rolling, and put them on like a, I don't know, a 10-second cooldown each or something. I got to do the math on how that is going to, on how that's going to look with the overall balance of the game. Right now I have the game balanced around like with a full combo and setup. All classes have a chance, besides Druid, they have a chance to kill a target within the span of like 7.5 seconds from 100 to 0 at full HP. So I'm trying to keep it around that time. So with dodging, it adds like a whole new aspect to it, where like the dodge gives like a half-second invulnerability or something when you initiate it. So it's going to increase the time to kill by 1.5 seconds. Having like players take like, with like perfect like play, take about like 10 seconds to kill each other. That's probably totally fine. Not gonna work out that way, but we'll keep it around that mark. Currently it feels pretty good. Okay, so direction, what are we doing today? Gonna be working with the animation blueprint pretty much. Oh, one thing I actually haven't tested is and I actually want to do this right now, is transforming the character. Because what should happen is, like, we go into like bird form, right? The armor should be hidden, which it is, and then when we go out of it, it should come back, which it does. Oh, but there's another problem. Our camera actually does not get aligned correctly. Okay, that's not a big deal though. We can go in and fix that right now. So the sorry, I'm just looking for where we set the camera back onto the character. Gotta be here, right? Okay, camera, here it is. So this right here, we gotta change to our new default location. These are like the really like small things that I really gotta keep a lookout for over the course of the next month of working on this shit. So right now our location, we want to grab this, which it's about, what is that, 2, round these up, 2, 7, and 0. That's the offset we currently have for our camera, which might change, but I'll just put it as such for now. Better yet, I could just turn this into a U property so I don't have to go back in here and edit it. I could just change it in the code, or in the blueprints, I mean. Let's see here. I'll call this default invoker camera offset. Oh, perfect. We'll put it right near the transform stuff. It's going to be an F vector. And currently, right now, our default is that 270 that we had. Okay. Do our live coding, start it up, and check to make sure that the transformations are working. I'm not too concerned with transforming into like the wolf or like the bird or bear. It's like coming out of it back into the character that can be concerning. But it looks like everything is working as intended. We just got to check to make sure that the client and the server both have the same experience. The server is 99% of the time going to be absolutely correct and no problems. The client is where problems start. That being one of them. Okay. Alright, so we'll do bird form thing. Animations are going to get changed. I'm not too concerned. Coming out of it. Perfect. Looks good. And then if we do wolf. Gotta adjust the camera on the wolf, definitely, but that's not really a big problem. Yeah, that looks fine. Look at the client now. So, okay. Oh, there's one problem right there. Look at that. Client keeps the Niagara effect for the spell and after transforming. Alright. Yeah, that looks good. Did it keep the effect for the wolf? Actually didn't look yet. Gotta pay attention to that. Also looks like our character's floating. Ah, okay. Yeah, they are. I gotta adjust the offset for the capsule component as well. The jump animation for the wolf is gotta get changed as well. But okay, it looks like a couple things just need to be changed. Does the bird do that thing again? No, it looks like it was a one-time deal. Okay. See why that's happening though. Yeah, it's this relative location right here. I just got to go in and see what the relative location is now, and then just make sure it's changed back to that. Oh. I'm going to call this default invoker mesh offset. And that number comes from this right here. -10, 0, -115. Alright, so that should fix that. The wolf thing though, I actually have to go into the offset here and change this relative location. I might just make I'm thinking about just like making a bunch of new properties for the offset so I can change this at any time without having to recompile. Excuse me. Yeah, fuck it, why not? Make one for the wolf and then one for the bird. Grab that. Man, Visual Studio, come on, man. Yeah, there we go. that in there, and then this in here. Okay. Probably gonna have to actually recompile entirely now. When you make like a bunch of U properties like this, usually a good idea to shut down the editor. I've actually have broken blueprints in the past by doing it this way. I don't know if that still happens in 5.3, but it most certainly did in 5.2. When I was making my horror game, I broke like 3 components. So I'm gonna shut it down and be safe here. Or the editor is gonna crash. Yeah, it's gonna crash. I wish it would crash just a little bit faster. What the hell is it doing? Not a memory leak though.